What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great week. Guys, my apologies for not getting out a video, but here we are. We're going to make it up to you. We got 2 moon videos for you back to back. You guys are going to like this because this is another photo that shows how blending something can really make everything blend into the background. And you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. This here, I'm going to show you we can get it. First of all, we're going to look at this photo here. Now, you can see it right here. It's from the LROC, which is the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter camera. And this is of Jackson Crater Oblique, What Lies Beneath, enlarged and adjusted by Terraform Mars, which you can find on Facebook. I'll give you the link to that. And a gentleman named Neil Spence. Now, they do great work here. They throw these things together. Also, here you can see Tariff Derek Baker, as well as Dean Sattler, has also been looking at this particular crater. And you can see it up here at the top where Taff has actually thrown that in there, right here. And check this out. This is pretty cool by this guy, Joe Stoner. This object he's got in the photo, that to me just doesn't look natural. Look at this. Looks like rectangular openings here. The design going like this. That just, guys, I don't know about you, but it doesn't look natural, right? So kudos to them guys. I'll give you the link to their page, or to both pages, and you guys can have a look if you like all things moon, right? All right. Let's get into this. This is pretty cool, guys. I'm going to show you this right off the bat. I'm not going to put this in Photoshop. I'm just going to show you what we can find in here, just the littlest things. And guys, one thing I want to point out is you're going to see how easy it is to take something and hide it if you were to use the same texture, same color to blend it in. The first thing I'm going to show you is just to get your eyes adjusted to what you might be seeing in these photos. It'll help you just by looking at it, because what I'm going to show you doesn't look natural at all. It actually has symmetry to it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. The area I'm going to show you, and this is where I took a screenshot of, like right around there, basically, right? Okay, let me show you the first thing right off the bat. Now, this piece right here, this does not look natural. You could see this opening going like this, coming down, kind of coming down, slanted a little bit, and then straight down. Same thing applies on the other side. This has symmetry to it, guys. Look at this. Up, like this here. You can see where it goes up at an angle, straight back up, and across again. Has another opening right here, and has this rectangular opening on the top. Also, take note of this small, well, it almost looks like a square piece. See that? Right there, square with a black circle in there. See that? That's pretty interesting. It looks like maybe some framework there. But, so my question is, if this thing is intelligently made, how does it happen to have the same color as the ground, unless it's being purposely hidden? Or is it because over the course of time? Now, they do say there is some moisture on the moon. There is water on the moon. So is it possible it has some kind of mist kind of thing going on, and then this stuff gets encrusted over the course of years? You guys can always throw your comments down below. As usual, let me know. Give me your ideas, right? Let me know what you think. A couple other objects right here. Looks like the highly reflective right here, over here, and some other piece right there, right? This object right here. Not sure what that is. Almost looks like a piece of a pipe or something right there, just that little bitty piece. But you can see it's gray, and it doesn't look natural. It doesn't look like a part of the hill. It looks like something sticking out. But what you'll notice also is that it almost looks like the ground is actually artificial, meaning the outer skin of the moon is artificial, because it does have moonquakes, right? We know that. It makes you wonder if the moon is actually cracking apart at some places, and you can see with the outer skin, and you can see objects sticking out of it. Look at this area here. Looks like a nice flat area. Look at the way this thing goes like this here. Straight across, has this curvature, goes straight across again. Rectangular piece right here. Looks like it goes off into another square or rectangular piece. Right there, the fine lines. Guys, look at this, look at this. Look at the way these things are on top. See how they're stacked and leveled? See this? Right there, this whole area right here. Guys, that does not look like what you'd expect to see on a lunar surface, right? To me, that just stands out. And it looks like it's been hidden, or it's been like this for years, and the sand it's literally coated it, and this is what we're seeing, right? Who knows? Check this out. You get this white piece right here overhanging, but look at this other piece right here, nice and smooth. This gray area just under it. Again, it looks like it's a skin, like there's another layer of something underneath that skin. Is it possible that's the reason why it rang out like a bell? It has a skin, but it's hollow inside. How do we know? Check this out. What is that? Again, this opening, something right there. It looks intelligently made. It looks like it has intelligent kind of shaping to it. I'm not sure if that's just natural, guys. Again, it looks like this opening. You can see the shadow to it right here. Right there. Nice 90-degree angle. Boom. Comes over. Comes back out. Almost symmetrical in shape right there. And you get a shadow. And there's another something like a ground under it. Like a layer of something else. Like I said, guys, you guys will get the link to this. Pretty cool stuff, because when you stop and think about it, like I showed you that very first piece, it looks like the ground. It's made to blend. Or, like I said, has it been there for thousands or millions of years where, like I said, there's a little moisture in the air, you get the dust, it settles on it, and it gets these objects get encrusted. How do we know? Let me go down to this very corner down here. You know this object sticking out right here? It's like a square piece. Almost has a small dome type feature on it. See that? Let me make this a little bit bigger. Get it leveled out here. See that right there? Looks like you get something whiter right there. Look at the way this thing is carved out. Look at it. Goes straight up, goes around, comes back down. And if you look carefully, and I can see this is pretty cool. Right here. There's something darker gray right there. It's got a ball type thing, comes back down, has this white base that goes around the whole thing, and it goes across. See that? A little bit darker piece. Guys, don't forget to use your magnifiers or your eyepieces. Either way, magnifier, use them. I'll pause it. You guys can have a look at that. I just found some phenomenal things. I know you guys will too. I'm not going to go over every single thing because I have more stuff to show you. Check this area out. What the hell is that? Round, round, weird looking objects going into these round pieces. I'm wondering whether this crater, I'm going to back way out to show you this. This crater itself had many structures or something in it, and it was devastated by some kind of war. Now, ancient people did talk about wars on the moon, on Mars, so on and so forth. Is that a possibility that whatever was built into this thing, into this crater, is what we're seeing? Stuff that's been knocked over. It's been thrown around and thrashed around. Is that possible? Like I said, these objects alone, that doesn't look natural to me. Right there in the middle of the screen. Look at this piece right here. Right there. Almost like a U-shaped object right there with some smaller hole. There's a smaller hole and a larger one in this corner of it. You guys can have a look at that. Look at this. Look at the shape of this object right here. This one here. Almost like has this arrowhead kind of shape to it. See it? Look at this. See how it's got this arch shape to it? You got another one on this side. Oh, this almost has a square right there. Real fainted lines right there. Almost like lines going through it. That's look at this right here. Look at it. Perfect example. Didn't even see this before. Look at this. Object sitting right here in this hole. Completely squared off at the end. Hole in the center. And it's inside a crack or a hole. This is what makes me think that this is nothing more than a cover. Because I look at it this way. If this was caved in, you wouldn't see this piece. Now, is it possible that they're made like this to be, one, camouflage, two, maybe it's a way to shelter it from the solar radiation? Is that a possibility? Well, it's right here. Almost square-like object sitting right here. Looks like something right here raised off the ground. Looks like it goes like this, 90-degree angle, and it's off the ground. Stuff blends in so easy here, guys. You'd never know what you're looking at until you just take your time and really scout over this thing. Look at this right here. Comes down, goes across. Same thing over here. Looks like the body of it square in the back here. I love this, almost in the middle of nowhere. Look at this. Look at this flat ground. See that? That's like perfectly level. Look at that. I guarantee, guys, just look at this stuff. There's so much here to see. All right, now we're going to go back into these bigger things, and I want you guys to give me your honest opinion what you think these things are. Now, there's one thing to me that's just, boom, stands right out. Actually, there's several things. One, this platform in the back. What the hell? How is that even natural? Look at this. It almost looks like it has these weird giant steps type thing, or some kind of level, multi-level piece right here. But check this out. Goes over to here. Nice 90-degree angle. Really? That's natural? And what I find interesting is these parts right here, like these whited out areas. Okay? You know, when they want to hide something, guys, they'll either highly contrast it, like you see here in the upper right. They'll put like a haze over it. They'll white out the photo. They'll do all kinds of crazy things to hide what's in here. Now, let me show you that. That right off the bat was like, boom, okay? Here's another object. It's kind of similar to that, like a platform. You can see this object right here. See the way this, it literally is rectangular. Comes up. It looks like it actually goes like this a little bit, but it still goes straight. Goes across. You can see the way that thing is. Look at this. The way these things are made, it appears to be off the ground even. Look at it. But take note of this. Look at this like half round piece does this. Comes over here. Goes across. Goes around. See it? And then back over here. But they completely highlighted that thing. Here's another object. What is this right here? And you can see what looks like, if you look right here, you can see these little pieces. This long, I don't know what that's even made out of, but there's something smooth and long right there. And again, it looks like it's in these openings, guys. It looks like the opening to the ground or an outer skin. I don't know. Now, do you guys see these other objects laying right here? Now, one of the things that Taft Baker pointed out was this right here. You got this oval piece, but you're going to see that a little bit better because I'm going to put this all in perspective for you guys in Photoshop and just show you the enhanced right off the bat, and you guys can have a better look. Now, to me, this object here, maybe it's a pareidolia exercise. I don't know, guys, but check this out. This object right here, I'm going to put it right in the screen itself, middle of the screen. This looks like a down spacecraft. And what I mean by that, look at the way this thing goes up, over to here, has this nose to it. Almost looks like we can see windows here, guys. Look at this. Like it's been completely smashed to pieces, like it crashed into this moon, and this is where it settled. Look at this. Another one right here. Like these are the two windows looking outward to the upper right. Here's the nose of it, and you can see something right here. I'm not sure what the heck this is right here. But look at the pieces, like they've been folded up and completely demolished. See this? And when you back out, it looks like windows right here. There's one here, rectangular with junk inside the window, and another one here. But it looks like the actual hull, it's come apart or it's burned apart or whatever it may be. Here's another object. When I find areas like this here, look at the way this looks, right? Goes around. Almost looks like this egg-shaped kind of thing here, right? When I see this right here, it reminds me of a cover, like a domed cover, this white piece right here. It looks like a domed cover that was covering something underneath, and that it's collapsed, it's disintegrated over a course of time. And I'm going to show you that to enhance a little bit better, because what I do is bring out any lines that are in here, if any, and I bring them out. And you can see that the texture in these things is pretty crazy. It almost looks like it's some kind of top or structure. Because, guys, there's virtually almost no gravity on the moon. So they could build things extremely heavy, or at least on Earth would be heavy. On the moon, not so much, right? Right here, there's a square piece right here. And it looks like there's something sitting inside it. See that right there? Although it's not very clear, I get it. But check that out. I mean, just look at the shape of this. Look at this. You can see it coming down. Like this here. It almost looks like a large pipe opening right there. Something right there. You can see that. Look at that. Perfect. Like, this is what it really looks like. And what you're seeing here is nothing more than a texture thrown on top of this. Look at this. Looks like it has these openings. 1, 2, 3. This one's a little darker right here. But this one here looks like little openings, very faint. What could this stuff be, guys? Come check this object out. Look at this right here. What is the chance of that being natural? See that? Hole. Another hole. All right, let me take it into Photoshop and let me show you these things, because these objects are pretty cool. This was the size of the photo, and you can see right here it's 11.34, almost 11.5. Okay, here it is here. And we're just going to bring this stuff out for you guys. Here's that little object right here that Taft pointed out. And you can see what looks like little objects right here in the front of it and the way it's shaped. I'm just going to back out a little bit, let you guys have a look at that. This is what it looked like. See that? There's something white in there too. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Let's see if we can't bring that up a little bit, see if we can find it. Find out what it is. Okay, right there. See that? There's something inside there. Whatever that may be, that's pretty neat. Okay. Let's have a look at this object right here. To me, again, this looks like some kind of spacecraft with this opening, another opening right here. Let's imagine this is a regular airplane, right? Here's the front of the fuselage right here, window, and slanted window, right? And you can see what looks like this thing has come apart, or the hull has come apart. Look at this. Looks like pieces right here. Let's go ahead and make that brighter and sharpen it up a little bit. See that? The cylindrical object, something looks like square, like this smaller piece or round pieces inside it. Like things have busted apart, and this is what we're seeing laying all over the surface. Is it possible it's structural? Meaning it's a structure and not a craft at all. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is what we've got right here. Let's keep going with it. This is the first one I've got. Now, I burned away any garbage that might have been on there. You can see like this. It's almost like they try to blend in all of this right here. So what I did was went like this here. Check that out. Again, I don't know how to explain it. It looks more like a spacecraft more than it does a structure. However, I could be way off base, guys. Nothing more than speculation here. Okay, this other object right here. You can see right here where I've dockened this piece up. Right here. Now let's go ahead and do that. Okay, keep going. Now, you can see the shape of this thing, like its framework of something. You see that? You can see some of it. And then you can see what looks like this stuff right here. It looks like it's mechanical of some sort. And like I said, it's like this is like been broken apart. Like it was some kind of dome type thing over this. And you can see this white piece going like this. On the edge going over here. Okay. Go ahead and enhance that a little bit. There you go. Guys, look at it with your magnifiers. I'm going to back way out a little bit. This thing here on the bottom really truly does look like a front of a craft. And it's been broken apart. And you can look at the tail end of this thing down here. Down at the bottom. Lower end of that. You can see something right there. Right here. Not sure what to make of that. Right there. And then this object right here. Going to back up a little bit. Have a look at it with your magnifiers. Okay. Now, this last piece. There's much more to it, guys. There's much more to it. This is what it looked like. Wait till you see the objects in this. Like I said, there's much more going on in here. In fact, you can see what looks like a little bridge type thing right there. Let me just go ahead and go to the original. Look at this. You can see it right here. Right there. You can see light in between these. It looks like some kind of bridge. See that? Let's go ahead and sharpen that up a bit. And you can see it's a little clearer. Right there. It looks like a small bridge. Or some kind of structure there. You can see this other object right here. Look at this right here. Some kind of oval piece. See that? Right there. But to me, guys, this is not an accident that this stuff looks like this. It's just not. Look at the way this thing actually comes off like this. Look at that. No way is that natural. No way, no how. Guys, even this piece right here looks like it's jagged. Looks like there's two pieces sitting here. I'm going to show you the original in a second so you guys get a better look and think and tell me what you think. See it? This looks like there's two pieces, and of course they're highly contrasted. But right there's one there. And there's one here. The funny thing about it, it looks like it's broken apart right here. Now, it may not be. It may be just the way the picture looks. There you go. You can back out a little bit more. I'm going to let you guys have a look at it with your magnifiers, the whole picture. Just like this. This, on, like I said, the lower left, though. No, that looks like some kind of craft, almost like an airplane, like almost on the moon. And didn't I tell you guys before that it's possible that maybe they retrofitted like some kind of top secret aircraft, retrofitted the engines, and of course they were dressed up just like the regular Apollo mission astronauts were dressed up. In other words, they had their own atmospheric conditions in their own suit, and they just flew a craft to the moon, and maybe it crashed. Just because we didn't hear about a mission that crashed doesn't mean they didn't have a prior mission to that. How do we know there wasn't other people or astronauts that took the chance and said, you know what, let's try it. Well, let's see what happens. And they never returned. Pure speculation, of course, but that doesn't mean it's out of the question. Just something to think about, right? And, and like I said, this alone that shows symmetry, that clearly does not look natural. Is it possible all these shapes in one area can be all natural? I don't think so. Just my personal opinion. As usual, drop your comments and thoughts below. Let me know what you think. Like and please share the video. Always appreciated. You guys know that. It just helps the channel grow. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next moon video.